Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a wild concept that might just blow your mind. Why dead investors, yep, I said dead, often crush the living when it comes to making money in the stock market. Stick around because I'm going to break this down, share some jaw-dropping stats, and give you actionable tips to invest smarter without losing your cool. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and let's get started. First off, what on earth do I mean by dead investors? No, we're not talking about ghosts trading stocks from beyond the grave, though that'd be a cool movie plot. A dead investor is just a metaphor for someone who buys stocks or funds and then does nothing. They hold on to their investments through thick and thin, no matter how crazy the market gets. And guess what? This boring, hands-off strategy often beats the pants off active traders who are constantly buying and selling, trying to time the market. Why does this happen? Well, it's all about human nature, and trust me, we're our own worst enemies when it comes to money. Picture this. The stock market takes a nosedive, your portfolio is bleeding red, and your gut screams, sell everything now. Or on the flip side, some hot new trend like meme stocks or the latest crypto craze has everyone buzzing and you're itching to jump in before you miss out. Sound familiar? That's your emotions taking the wheel, and they're a terrible driver. Financial psychologist Brad Klontz puts it perfectly. We're wired to run with the herd, a survival instinct from our caveman days. But in investing, following the crowd often means buying high and selling low, the exact opposite of what you want to do. Let's put some numbers to this madness. According to a 2023 study by Dalbar, the average stock investor underperformed the S&P 500 by a whopping 5.5 percentage points. While the S&P 500 returned 26%, the average Joe only made about 21%. Over a decade, Morningstar found that the typical mutual fund or ETF investor earned just 6.3% annually, compared to the funds themselves returning 7.3%. That 1% gap might not sound like much, but over 10 years, it means missing out on 15% of potential gains. That's money left on the table just because we can't sit still. Here's a stat that'll really hit home. Imagine you invested $10,000 in the S&P 500 back in 2005. If you just held on through all the ups and downs until 2024, you'd have turned that into nearly $72,000. A sweet 10.4% average annual return per JP Morgan Asset Management. But if you panicked and missed just the 10 best trading days over those 20 years, your total drops to $33,000. Miss the top 20 days? You're down to a measly $20,000. That's the cost of trying to time the market. Those big rebound days often come right after the scariest drops, and if you're not in the game, you're out of luck. So, why do dead investors win? Because they don't budge. Historically, the stock market always recovers after a downturn. Every single time. Think about the 2008 financial crisis or the 2020 pandemic crash. Scary moments, sure, but if you held tight, you came out ahead. Dead investors ride the waves without jumping ship, and that patience pays off. Now, before you think this means you should just dump your money in stocks and forget about it forever, let's clarify something. Buy and hold doesn't mean completely ignoring your investments. It's about being smart and strategic, not reckless. Financial advisors suggest checking in on your asset allocation every now and then, making sure your mix of stocks, bonds, and other assets matches your goals and timeline. You might need to rebalance to keep that mix in check, especially after big market swings. But here's the good news. You don't have to do all this manually. There are awesome tools like target date funds or balanced funds that do the heavy lifting for you. These all-in-one funds are super diversified and automatically adjust over time, so you're not tempted to meddle every time the market hiccups. Here's a pro tip I've picked up over the years. Automate as much as you can. Set up regular contributions to your 401k or IRA straight from your paycheck. That way, you're investing consistently without overthinking it. It's like putting your savings on autopilot. Less stress, less temptation to mess with your plan. One caveat, though, be mindful of taxes if you're holding these funds outside of retirement accounts. Chat with a financial advisor to make sure you're not getting hit with unexpected tax bills. Let me throw in a little story to drive this home. I've got a buddy, let's call him Mike, who got caught up in the 2021 meme stock frenzy. He dumped a chunk of cash into a certain video game retailer's stock at its peak because everyone on social media was hyping it up. Fast forward a few months, the hype died down, and he sold at a huge loss. Meanwhile, his boring index fund, just sitting there quietly, kept chugging along, gaining value. Mike learned the hard way that chasing trends is a sucker's game. If he'd just played dead, he'd be in a much better spot today. So, what's the big takeaway here? Less is more when it comes to investing. Stop trying to outsmart the market. It's a losing battle for most of us. Instead, pick solid, diversified investments, hold on for the long haul, and resist the urge to react every time the news screams crash or boom. Channel your inner dead investor and let time work its magic. All right, I want to hear from you. Have you ever made an emotional investing mistake, like selling in a panic or chasing a hot stock? Drop your stories in the comments below. I'll read every single one. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who needs to chill out with their portfolio. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss a video. Until next time, invest smart, stay patient, and I'll see you in the next one.